Oh, I went to the vets today. I just woke up absolutely freezing. Freezing and nauseous. I knew Almar's eye was fine. His eye is fine. We just slept for hours and Uma was at home. She had me up early in the morning. Again, I can't wear the earplugs, so I'm like begging her. And I'm not telling you to stay in bed, just don't make noise. Just sit quietly and read or something, you know, just I was getting up at 7, I had an early vet appointment. Came home and crashed. He crashed too. And then when I did wake up, I felt nauseous. But I have to feed him, so I tried to eat something for myself. Maybe, I don't know. My mom felt nauseous this morning, but I said to her, well, you know, you said you were going to sleep till 7, you were up at 4, and you haven't eaten since, 7 o'clock last night. And I feel nauseous. Mom, I'm hungry. No, I'm not hungry. All right, just don't start pulling that shit with me again. She was going somewhere. And I'm like, can you just have a shake? You don't have to have a big breakfast. If you have a shake, I'll be happy. Even if you've gained some weight, again, from the Zyprexa. We've gone to some parties, church things. She brought me home stuff. I really shouldn't eat it. She did that stain on his eye. His eye's fine. We talked about for Omar, for those rare occasions that I do have to leave the house, so I don't have to be worried sick the entire time he's going to injure his eye while I'm gone. Elizabethan, a soft Elizabethan collar, which isn't the kind that give you the backs, there's the hard ones. Or a donut. And I said, what's the difference? Well, they just said it's preference. Some people like I explained the situation and the vet assistant, one of us, the elderly, ancient, like Omar, even older, dementia, cat with dementia that I met. I met her the last couple of times, but I'd met her before. On your ride. She actually asked, I thought she was going to ask someone that she knew at church. She didn't. She asked. But I vetted them, if that's the right word. You vet somebody, you make sure that they're on the up and up, Some of you know the 2 horror stories with men from her church. More interested in hitting on me than doing what they're supposed to do. First one was the one that did my computer. And I, just slimy. And I must invite him to dinner because she likes to have friends and male attention. And he took the invitation. And was like taking my email and taking her, like, I was like, I never wanted to see him again. I had no choice. She invited him to dinner. And not the night he did my computer, another night. And meanwhile, I didn't like him because if I say, it's not that big a deal to set up my computer, I just can't do it. I'm not literate. I'm computer literate. I'm not computer setup literate. But if I say I'm going to pay you $50 an hour and it goes over 15 minutes because you spend time chit-chatting with me or warning me about the dangers of my webcam that I never use anyway, then you should politely decline the extra $12.50 that I offer you. But he took it, and I paid him $62.50. That pissed me off, but whatever, I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to ever see you again anyway, regardless. If you did it for free, I never wanted to see you again. And my mom invites you to dinner. These are both single men, and I won't even get into the broken door fiasco that my true fans already know well about. Broken door fiasco was another single guy from church, more interested in hitting on me and spreading out for 2 weeks so he could be with me and my mom and hang out and do whatever, something that would normally, if he was getting paid, take 2 days, tops. I talked to someone who said it would actually take 1 day, my contract. But nonetheless, we'll give him the 2 days, not 2 weeks. I don't like people who are like, I don't want to charge. I feel like God wants me to not charge people who don't have money, who are at the church and whatever. But then you deep down resent it, you know, based on the things that you say to me. Not realizing how keenly aware I am of everything. I pick up on shit. He apparently was doing it for somebody who was big in the church for free, who was like big time taking advantage, which definitely wasn't me with the broken door. This was a whole outside project that, you know. And I said to him bluntly, like you're taking, you know, why don't you charge this person? You're clearly pissed that it's taken so long. You feel like you're taking advantage. You're taking advantage of one. No, I can't do that. Well, then stop bitching to me. That's a roundabout way of bitching about me in the door. I didn't actually get to do my door. My mom did. So I don't know if it's coincidence. That's all I can hear you. I'm starting to feel sick again. I think it's because I don't know if it's coincidence. My mom said she felt nauseous this morning. I'm like, well, you shouldn't go anywhere if you feel nauseous. But you know her. She just. Why'd you drop all these on the floor? Don't scratch me. And then I'm feeling nauseous, but I need to eat something very slowly. I'm trying to figure out what I can eat that was bland. I came up with my lupini beans that I get from Amazon. I have them delivered. They're pretty bland. I didn't want peanut butter. I didn't want to eat anything, but I feel nauseous and I have to take care of him. He needs to be fed even if I feel nauseous, even if I have to lie down and try to figure out how to feed him without sitting up. Interesting thing. I started feeling really nauseous in the guy's car. A really nice guy from my mom's church who's married, who's had to put a dog or two to sleep for various reasons, including that the dog wasn't able to get up like Oma, but that dog was in a different situation. It's a much bigger dog. Because he's like, well, it's the hardest thing I ever did, and we wanted to carry him if he can't get up, but he had to stay alone all day while the guy was at work. That's the difference. Whereas I have no life, and I can watch Omar constantly, except on those rare occasions where I can monitor him constantly. If I'm on my computer, I'm right there and keep eye on him constantly, but if I'm out watching TV, I can periodically check on him, make sure he's asleep, but I'm feeling sick, so. Mama, I only ate small little pieces, tiny pieces. I want to make sure she does. mouth.